This August the 5th picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at underdogfantasy.com. Promo code MLB SGPN. Welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Monday, August the 4th. We are here to handicap a full card on the diamond for Tuesday, August the 5th. And joining me for the regular Monday slot from Greensboro, North Carolina, is Mr. Lonte Smith. Lonte, hello, mate. How are you?
What's good, man? I'm doing good. We had a lot of crazy action this weekend. Some high-scoring games, comebacks. Like, it was crazy. But, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to getting to a good start and getting August off to a good start. I think it's the first August show, maybe second.
Yeah, because I was working away the back end of last week. I didn't catch up with as much baseball at the time, so I was catching up a lot more over breakfast and stuff like I normally have to do. But there was so much I had to go back through. I was like, right, I don't understand how that's happened. And I would have to go and watch the game, recap of the highlights, the Pittsburgh-Colorado game. I thought I'd got a bit delirious. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I put that Reds-Braves game on, which was 3-3. Mm-hmm. And then I looked and it said 11-11, and I thought, that can't be fucking right. That's wrong. So I had to put the radio call on, and the two radio announcers were just as confused as me, except they were watching the game, and I thought I'd imagined it. So there was a whole load of crazy stuff. And I watched a little bit of the Speedway Classic, whatever it was. Didn't seem to really hit that hard. Just looked a bit messy. Like the Field of Dreams stuff was great a couple of years ago, and I liked the Little League game as well. But I don't know, I might have been wrong. I didn't watch the whole game. It just didn't have that in the short bit I see, that punch, you know what I mean? So
I didn't catch any of it, but from what I heard, similar reviews to what you were talking about. Like it was a little bit too out of the whack. So you're not alone in that.
Fair enough. Chat is live and kicking. If you are in there, say hello. Bennett was asking if I was half asleep over here. I think you'll find
it was actually my fault.
Yes, don't worry, Lonte. I'll grass you up. It's not a problem. Lonte was putting the time constraints on the show, Bennett. So there you go. But if you are kicking around, by all means, say hello. Monday is always a good time for us to count up last week, Lonte. And I think I had you up until the Sunday night games, and you finished the week in front of me. But we both done all right. You mentioned the fact I won most of a cup of coffee last week, if you remember, $3 something. But Lonte, last week, I don't know if you know, you went 40-33-1 for a profit of $48.61 to a tenner. I went 49-43 to a profit of $34.26. So I can have a cup of coffee and possibly a bacon sandwich as well this week. But I gave about 50 back. I gave about 50 back on Sunday night. So I think I had you for 6 days. But
who'd you have Sunday? Did you have the it was Phillies Tigers? Did you have the Tigers?
No, I think I got the under. I got a lot of things wrong.
Okay.
I think, I had the under on that, but I just went through it. The middle part of the card obliterated me. So I went from $80+ ahead back down to 34. But that's exactly how it is. So that's one to you, Lonte. I think tonight marks, we've got 50 games to go, countdown. Most of the teams have now played 112. So we are well and truly in the countdown. And I did want to mention one of our listeners, Thomas Dinetti. Thomas has listened for years. Thomas sends me a message most days. We exchange one or two little picks, just a sentence here and there. But over the weekend, Thomas put out a couple of little YouTube shorts for the Saturday games, for the Saturday into Sunday, because no one does the Saturdays. And Thomas is great, so I'm going to shout out his YouTube page, T Dinetti. Because why not? And Thomas is a load of fun. So give Thomas a like and subscribe, etc. And he's very shrewd. I'm no doubt Thomas will pick you a winner or two. We'll get into this Tuesday card once I've let you know that the Sports Gambling Podcast is back with their 32 NFL team previews. And they're also bringing back the phrase that pays. Each episode, they give out a 32-word phrase. Submit the phrase for a chance to win a $1,000 circa future. That's worth winning, isn't it? Gio's joined us. Gio, welcome along. Good to have you. First up, 6:40 Eastern. The San Francisco Giants are at the Pittsburgh Pirates. It will be Logan Webb for the Giants. Will take on Mike Burrow of the Pirates, who are plus 130 home underdogs, with the Giants at minus 160. Total is at 7.5. Logan Webb saw Pittsburgh on his last start, as it happens, and that game gives you a really nice little comparison, a little microcosm of where the Giants are at, where Webb's at. He pitched well, and they lost the game 2-1. And that entire episode looks like a great comparison for this. Burrows pitched in the same game for Pittsburgh. That game was in San Francisco. His previous start to that, Burrows, they lost 1-0 in 1-0. 1-0, gone all football on you then. In that start. So Burrows has got a 3.38 home ERA. Pittsburgh have got a surprising home record. I didn't realise Pittsburgh was 6 games over 500 at home. If you just asked me off the cuff, like I sometimes just throw this shit at you, I'd have had a guess 5-6 games under. Yeah. But the Giants, I can't bet them at the moment. I don't want to. But there's more than enough behind Pittsburgh here. Don't mind Burrows. Don't mind Pittsburgh at home. So I don't have to take the Giants. I'll take Pittsburgh at a nice price here, Lonte.
Yeah, I like Pittsburgh as well. If you just look back, I think you made a great parallel to the series that we saw prior to that, where I think both of these pitchers faced off against each other, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, Webb, he's been kind of up and down. He's got 4+ earned in 2 of his last 3. He is coming off that good performance where he went 5 2/3 and only gave up 1. But if you look at his contact rate, it's sky high. He's allowed 26 hits in his last 3. Pittsburgh, they swept San Francisco in dominant fashion, and then they followed it up by losing the series to Colorado. So outside of that, man, they're still playing extremely well. I don't mind Burrows. He's got back-to-back quality starts, 1 combined earned run in that span. He pitched well at San Francisco. He's on a 6 scoreless innings pitch streak at home. Low hit rate. Now, I think we see a 3-2, 2-1, similar to what we saw all series long with these guys a few days ago. 2 of the 3 games that they did flew under. So I think this one is in the same kind of ballpark. So I like Pittsburgh and I like the under.
Yeah, exactly the same 2 places I've got written down here. Lonte, Pittsburgh and under. You went very early with your calling of the correct score. Game number 1 tonight. No messing about. Eli joined us. Eli, where was the Sunday night home run picks, Eli, by the way?
Oh, yeah, we didn't get it yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. You need a note off your mother, Eli. It's not good enough. And Skrills has joined us from the curb. Skrills, let's eat. Next game up is the Minnesota Twins at the Detroit Tigers. This is a 6:40 Eastern first pitch, where Zebby Matthews for Minnesota will take on Chris Paddock of the Tigers. Minus 160 Detroit, Twins plus 130. Total Lonte 8.5.
Yeah, this was weird, man. I kind of like the Twins, to be honest. I'm not really. I think we both shared our sentiments of Paddock when that trade went down, and we didn't kind of get what they were doing. But he's pitched well in back-to-back starts. He's got 2 combined runs on 7 hits and 12 innings pitched. Detroit has had their number, Minnesota's number, head-to-head. They're 4-2 head-to-head this year. But I'm looking at it from just a pitching matchup, and I prefer Matthews, he's been going okay. 1 combined run in so basically I'll put it like this. He's got 4+ earned runs in 3 of his last 5. And the other 2, he's got 1 combined run. So he's kind of been up and down. But again, Detroit, I mean, just with Paddock on the mound, I know he's been going good, but I don't really trust him here. Detroit has had their number. They won 4 of 6. 4 of those 6 did go under head-to-head. So I like the under as well. So I'm going to take a shot with Minnesota and the under. Now, I don't really love it, but I just prefer Matthews over Paddock.
Yeah, so I want to prefer Matthews because I wanted to fade Paddock, but I couldn't get there with either.
Yeah,
so
I understand.
Taking the over. I felt like we did give Paddock a bit of a grilling last week, and we were incorrect to do so because he pitched quite well on debut for the Tigers. That tells me that feels like this is a bit of a sell high spot on him, and he shouldn't be minus 160, which would, in theory, lead me towards Minnesota and Zebby Matthews. But his game log is just all over the place. Like, it's just up and down like a bride's nightly. 5.67 ERA with a 141 whip. The Twins, 3-7 in the last 10. 22 and 35 on the road. And the lineup's been weakened as well. They've sent Correa back, haven't they? So I just think the over gives us most options. This was a tricky game to call. A lot of imponderables in this. And I thought the over gave us most options of getting a winner. Third game, 6:40 Eastern between the Houston Astros and the Miami Marlins. Houston are officially TBD. But we think it will be Lance McCullers Jr. who goes for the Stros. That rhymes unintentionally. Cal Quantrill goes for Miami, and this is a match on the books at minus 110 each of two. I haven't seen a total on this one. Statistic of the night, Lonte. Miami swept the Yankees over the weekend. Yes. They are now the only team in MLB with a winning record against the Yankees, the Marlins.
Oh, wow.
Like ever.
Wow.
All history.
Like all time?
All time. No one else has got a winning record. There's one team with a winning record against
that's insane.
Yeah, what I don't know what it is now.
You can win a bar bet doing that. That's a great stat.
Yeah. The win on Saturday night leveled it. Wow. They were back to 500, and then they won on Sunday night, and they are one game over 500 against the Yankees.
Wow, that's crazy.
No one else. Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was good. Lance McCullers, 4 more earned runs onto his total last time. In 2 2/3, he managed that just this time. July ERA of 7.71 to add to a 7.50 through June ERA. The Astros, I did talk them down a little bit last week. I gave a little explanation of why I thought they were struggling. They are 2-8 in their last 10, so I think I was right to fade them. And man, Miami have been our favourite team, haven't they? How many Mondays running now? We need to call them Miami Mondays, I think.
Seriously,
that's a new thing.
Even before they were hot, though. Even before they got hot, we were still bidding them.
Yeah. Even if they just won on a Monday, that'll do. Yeah, we'd take 1 in 6. 3 wins in a row for Quantrill individually. 16 innings, 1 earned run. Those wins came at plus 120, plus 180, plus 100. I'm sure we've had him all 3 times. You have to keep riding with Miami in form. Houston not. Since a relatively poor start, Miami are 31 and 15 over the last 46 games. Got to keep going with the Marlins, Lonte, minus 110.
Yeah, I think that's pretty. I think it's a slam dunk explanation by you. I mean, 8-2 last 10, 5 in a row. I like Quantrill. 1 combined in his last 3. 3 or less in all but 1 game this year. So he's been doing this pretty much consistently all year. I mean, Houston, I'm not going to lie. I kind of been like, I bet Houston this weekend. Didn't have extreme success. I thought it was going to be a good spot for them, but they just can't get it together, man. They can't get it together. I know Boston's a good team, but they were dominated by Boston. So I think that's quite concerning. I don't think they're backable in this spot, maybe when they get back home. But actually, you know what? I take that back. I took them tonight. They were plus money tonight. So I took them plus money tonight. But here, with McCullers on the mound, I can't do it, especially with how well Miami's playing. They're coming off a great weekend. Quantrill's been going good. With this price, I think you've got to be Miami or nothing.
You saying you didn't have extreme success back in Houston over the weekend, Lonte, is a beautiful piece of understatement. I really like that a lot. That is certainly one way of putting it. TVDBJ's joined us. Trev, nice to have you. And Adam as well. Adam, what we giving out? The Marlins as the Monday night look from Scotty to Hottie. We'll move on. Let me tell you about Underdog Best Ball Mania all summer long. $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Underdog also a great place to pay pick'em. You can win up to 500 times your entry. Use the promo code MLB SGPN to claim a special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits underdogfantasy.com, promo code MLB SGPN. And we're brought to you by mybookie.ag, your place to bet on every sport, including MLB, WNBA, golf, and of course, football, futures, crypto, loads of locations, all the good stuff is at mybookie.ag with the promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. T's and C's apply at mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Fourth game on the board, 6:45 Eastern first pitch is the Athletics at the Washington Nationals. Luis Severino for the A's. It will be left-handed pitcher Mackenzie Gore, who goes for the Nationals. Nationals are short. I think, Lonte, you're going to tell us way too short at -150. The A's +120. Total 8.5, Lonte.
Man, I like the over. To be honest, it's the first look that I liked. If you look at, Washington got destroyed this weekend. 53 runs allowed during that losing streak, during their 5-game losing streak. They're 3-7 the last 10. The A's are 7-3 last 10. Their pitching has been really, really good. They held opponents to 3 runs or less in 7 of the last 10 games, and they went 6-1 whenever they allowed those 3 or less. So that was really good. Severino's on a 3-game winning streak. 2 of those happen to be on the road. We all know his home road splits are drastic. He pitches way better on the road. As of late, he's had 4 earned combined in his last 2 on the road. He had 13 prior. So he's trending in the right direction. His overall road numbers are good. I think over is going to be a good – I'm not worried about the A's offense. I think the offense will be there. Gore, he hasn't been good since probably like early on in the season. He maybe hit a bit of a wall here. Washington's also over in 6 of the last 10. So I'm banking on both offenses to get things going. And Severino, he's not like immune to, allowing a ton of runs either. So if everything breaks well, we could see like a 7-6, 8-6 type of game. So I'm going over as my favorite play. I would play the A's at plus money if I had to, though.
Yeah, that's my play, Lonte. It's the A's. The Washington are on the no bet list. They have to be. Yeah, they got absolutely spanked at the weekend again. Severino is going well, like you said. 6 earned runs in his last 4 starts. The Athletics won the last 3 of those. And in fact, as much as Mackenzie Gore has been having a good season, 2 of his last 3 starts have gone for 6 earned runs and 8 earned runs. I looked at the A's numbers against left-handed pitching. They're all right. They're a little bit below average, but they're not bad enough to put me off particularly. And the A's aren't actually bad on the road. They're 26-31. And Washington are just on the no-bet list. So of the 2, 5 defeats in a row for Washington. Terrible streak they're on, and they don't look like getting out of it. I'll take the A's at a price of +120. We move to a 6:45 Eastern first pitch between the Baltimore Orioles and the Philadelphia Phillies. Dean Kramer for Baltimore. For the Phillies, it will be Taijuan Walker. -150 Philadelphia, +120 Baltimore. Total 9.5. We've mentioned this a few weeks consecutively now, that Dean Kramer is a guy with the big home road splits, 537 on the road. Has suffered a 1-run defeat in each of his last 3 starts. I was considering looking at the Phillies run line, but I noticed that Baltimore behind Kramer, the run line record's actually quite good. So I could be tempted with a Baltimore +1.5, although we never give them out. You might see 3 of them a season on this show, like in the thousands of games. We don't give many of them at all. But Walker's been relatively steady. He's good for 2 or 3 earned runs. Games are going over, though. Game totals, 12, 17, and 14 in Walker's last 3. I can see runs for both, and I called my shot, Lonte, like you do. 6-5 Philly here, because Baltimore will cover the 1.5, but Philly is still going to touch him off, and we'll see some runs. So I'll take the over.
Yeah, I like the over as well. I was going to go with the Baltimore side, to be quite honest. I think some regression is looming for Walker. He's got 22 hits and only 8 earned runs. So I think some of those hits will turn into runs. And if you look, 7 of those earned runs have been home runs. So he's got 7 home runs in his last 3. So I think some regression is looming for him. Phillies are, 5-5 last 10, no real consistency. They'll lose one, they'll win one, they'll win two, they'll lose two. So it's kind of like that ebb and flow of the season. But they're still, head above water. And Baltimore 6-4 the last 10. They had a competitive series at Wrigley. Kramer's been okay, 3 or less in 6 of his last 8. He's been solid on the road lately. Only over 1 earned run once in 3 of his last 4. So if he can keep his hit rate down, his hit rate has fluctuated a bit. I think Baltimore will be fine. I do love that +1.5 play, but I think Baltimore can win it outright. So I'll take Baltimore and over.
Okay, I don't mind that. Like I say, I think they can cover, so why not give them the outright win? Next game up, are we going back to the top of the page? 7:10 is the Cleveland Guardians at the New York Mets. Left-handed pitcher Logan Allen for the Guardians will take on Clay Holmes of the New York Mets. +150 Cleveland, -190 the Mets. Total Lonte is 8.5.
Yeah, so this is the one that I like to run line for the Mets. They're 500 the last 10, but if you look at their last 6 games, they're 1-5. The offense has been, boom or bust lately. They're back home. Cleveland's been playing okay. They're 4-1 in the last 5, and they're also 500 the last 10. And if you look at Allen, like he's one of those guys who a lot of his starts line up at home. He's got 3 straight home starts. 9 of his last 11 have been at home, so he hasn't pitched on the road as much. So I think that could get to him here, especially with the way that the Mets played this weekend. They weren't great this weekend. Allen's allowing a lot of contact, 24 hits in his last 3 games. I think they can touch him up here. Holmes is also – he's got to lower that hit rate. He's got 32 hits in his last 5, but he's still, he's allowing the contact, but obviously he's got a good defense behind him. He's got 4 or less Ks in 4 straight, 4 earned runs in his last home start. I think he wants to rebound here. I think he hit a little bit of a wall. So I think with a break here, I think he can, with a team that doesn't really hit the ball extremely well, doesn't have a lot of power in their lineup, I like the Mets to get it done. So I'll take Mets 4-2, Mal.
Like that. The only thing that put me off here was the price. I didn't expect it to be -190 because Clay Holmes, I don't think, should be that price. So I found it hard to split them. I eventually found one angle in that helped me tell the difference between these two teams here. Because Logan Allen's got a really average profile, actually. He was good enough last time against the Rockies. But everything in his game, log and start, is just moderate. And Clay Holmes isn't far away, pretty similar. It is hard to find an angle in. The deciding factor was that there was 2 actually. The Mets' home record is pretty robust, even though they were poor over the weekend, you're right. But the key players, I think the Mets have got some key players. It's not a secret that Lindor, Alonso, and their numbers against lefties is decent. The Mets go as they go. So I think, you've just said you think they can touch him up. I think you're right, and it's going to be these 2 that can do it. So it's going to be Lindor, it's going to be Alonso, and behind that, I think they can just sneak it. Something like you say, 4-2, 5-2. So we'll take Mets on the run line. Next up, back down the page to a 7:10 Eastern between the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. Now, I've got conflicting pictures here, Lonte. On MLB.com is still listing Ryan Burgett for the Royals, but covers, where I took my odds from earlier on, was listing Angel Zerpa. Do you have any?
I had whenever I did my work earlier, Burger was the listed picture, but but I also saw FanDuel post and they had like to be determined. So I really don't know what they're doing. I did see Crochet for Boston though.
Yes, so yeah, Boston. I don't really think it matters too much.
I don't think so either.
It's like your Zerba, Burger, like tomato. Garrett Crochet and the Red Sox are -250, +190 for the Royals, and the total here at 8.5. We'll stick with Burger because we have both handicapped him. But yeah, just be aware that it might be Angel Zerpa. He's going okay in short starts. He's now pitched 35 innings. This is a tough spot for him and Kansas City because Crochet is dealing and Boston are rolling. They've won 5 in a row. Boston, they've got the second best bullpen ERA in MLB. And the run line record at Fenway, because that's the angle we're looking at here, is 36-21. This is a prime spot for them behind their stud. Middle of the week, at home, behind their stud. You got to take Boston on the run line. To be fair, it's not going to be the most attractive price as they are $2.50 favourite. So you might have to have to go up the ladder a little bit, Lonte. Maybe a ladder on the red zone.
Or you can pair what's a good parlay piece. I think you can pair Mets -1.5 with the Boston -1.5. You get a nice price.
Okay.
On that. But I do like Boston. I think you brought up a great point with spot wise, with Crochet being so good as of late. I mean, he's off extended rest, so he should be really dialed in to go. He's pitched against high quality competition. And granted, Kansas City's been playing well. I mean, they're 7-3 the last 10. They're coming off a series win at Toronto, which, Toronto's faltering a little bit, but still that's a good quality series win. They won 8 of 10. Like I said, the quality opponents have been extremely high. But when I'm looking at Crochet, man, he's been really, really good. Outside of one thing, he's had a high hit rate. He's got allowed 7+ hits in 4 of his last 5. So that is a bit of a concern, but he's just not allowing batters to cross home plate. 2 runs or less in 4 straight. I like Boston. I mean, we talked about it with Washington. They scored 38 runs in 3 games against Washington. So I like that offense to keep dominating. I'm going to take Boston and minus that 1.5.
Okay, next is a 7:15 Eastern first pitch between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Atlanta Braves. It will be Freddie Peralta going for the Brewers with left-handed pitcher Joey Wentz on the mound for the Braves, who are +120. Brewers -150. Total Lonte is 8.5. Monday pop quiz, Lonte. You like it when I do this to you. How many hits did the Brewers have over the weekend against the Nationals?
Oh my God!
3-game series.
Jesus. Hey, you know what? Listen, I messed it up. I had my notes mixed up. Boston didn't play Washington. I was thinking about Milwaukee. Milwaukee scored 38 runs in 3 games versus Washington. Man, I would say they probably had like 35 hits.
56 at the Puckers they had.
Jesus
56
Christ.
hits in 3 games. That's a lot. Anyway, take it away. Brewers and Braves, Lonte.
Yeah, that's a lot of hits. And you know what? I kind of like Atlanta here. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like Atlanta. I mean, Peralta's been a little bit shaky lately. 4+ earned in 2 of his last 3. Now, granted, he did face the Dodgers and the Cubs. But still, he's got allowed 9 walks in his last 3. He's not going a ton of length since the All-Star. He's got 5 innings pitched. He's not going over 5 innings pitched in his last 3. I mean, Atlanta has had a little bit of success against him. They took 2 of 3 in Milwaukee in June. Now, granted, that was about a month ago. 2 of those wins were by a combined 10 runs, so it wasn't like they just squeaked by. I kind of like Wentz. He's got a 1.50 ERA since joining Atlanta. He's got 4 appearances, 3 starts. He's coming off 6 2/3 innings at Kansas City, who we just talked about, have been playing well. I think I'm going to take a shot with him as a home dog here, and I like the over. I mean, Milwaukee's over in 8 of 10. Atlanta's over in 6 of 10. We talked about how Milwaukee's offense has been going really good. Atlanta's been okay offensively, but I think Peralta, if he's not going well early on, I think Atlanta may can get to him, especially at the top of that lineup. So let's go Atlanta and over.
Trevor wants to keep rolling with the Brewers, but I agree with you, Lonte. I've got a team right on the underdog Braves here. Peralta has had a little bit of a wobble lately. His road ERA is 4.19. And Joey Wentz has pitched well. 3 of his last 4 starts, even if they're quite short, 3 of his last 4 have gone scoreless. Atlanta are hard to bet, I get it. But they're 500 at home. So as slight underdogs with Wentz, who I think might be all right. I see a little bit of value in the Braves. So sorry, TVDBJ, but we're going to take Atlanta at +120. I'll let you get over that disappointment by telling you about the world's greatest sportsbook, Circa Las Vegas, hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, Circa Million, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo, with over 21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can hang out with the boys and girls of SGPN at Circa Contest Weekend, August 21 to 23. Loads of stuff going on there. You can all get a 15% off a stay at the Circa with the promo code SGP15. Use our proxy if you're going to play remotely. Sign up in Nevada. Play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP15 to get $50 off your proxy fees. And Rhythm continues to crush it with power trends, essentially the best of what their house model has to offer. These are AI-detected patterns where Rhythm's model is consistently won and has a high ROI. Power trends are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm, running at around about 70% hit rate. Holy shit. That's good. Download the Rhythm app, check out power trends, and start betting smarter. Get your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. 8:05 Eastern, the Cincinnati Reds are at the Chicago Cubs. Cincinnati will throw Zach Littell on debut for the Reds. The Cubs are TBD, but I believe it's going to be Shota Imanaga. This is the one game that was off the board. I don't know. Lon, did you have Imanaga going?
I did have Imanaga going, yep.
Okay. So, yeah, Zach Littell on debut for Cincinnati after that trade from the Rays. Fairly steady profile. Imanaga lost his last two starts quite heavily, actually, and he is trending in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Now, the Reds' offense has been steady. Streaky. I can't read my own writing. 2 or fewer in 4 of the last 10. But in those 10 games, they're averaging 4.5 runs per game, so they kind of score in bunches. And if they do score, they tend to do it early. The Reds, you can suss out pretty early on if the Reds are going to be worth watching or not. So with Littell needing to acclimatise and settle in a bit, and Imanaga looking a bit ropey, I'm going to take some early runs. I think we might see a first 5 over.
Yeah, so listen, I handicapped Lodolo for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think Lodolo was listed earlier, but either way, I'm like opposite you. I think the under. I like the under. I know Imanaga's been a little bit shaky, and we talked about Peralta, but if you just look at what he's done after a bad performance, he's been really good after a bad performance, and also he's been pretty good at home, which is somewhere that he hasn't been. 7 of his last 9 starts have been on the road. So being back at home, I mean, Chicago's under in 9 of their last 10 games, and they're 4-2 head-to-head against Cincinnati this year. All of those by 2+ runs. So that's something to look at. I mean, look at Cincinnati, but Cincinnati's also under in. I'm sorry, not Chicago's not under in 9 of 10. Cincinnati's under in 9 of 10. But I think Chicago with Imanaga, I think they'll be able to hold serve here. I'm looking at like a 3-2 type of game out with both of these pitchers going so well.
Yeah, happy with that. Oh, well, I'm not happy with that, actually. Well, you would take 3-2 in early on. We'll take 3-2 in the third inning.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, and then we can just stop. That's fine. We will go to 8:05 Eastern between the New York Yankees and the Texas Rangers. Will Warren for the Yankees, Nathan Eovaldi for the Texas Rangers. -150 Eovaldi this time around. +120 the Yankees. Total is 8.5. We took Eovaldi at an unbelievable price. Bet of the week last week.
Oh, yes.
-135 against the Angels.
Sure.
I mean, do we take all of that winnings and roll it up again, Lonte?
Got to. You have to. Especially with
you're right.
Warren and his drastic home splits, like home road splits. Yeah, if you just look at his last 5 at home, he's allowed 5 combined. If you look at his last 5 on the road, 22 combined earned runs. I mean, that's just as drastic as it gets. Eovaldi's been unbelievable. He's got 5 straight wins, .58 ERA in that span, 10 scoreless innings pitch streak at home. I mean, the Yankees can't hit. They were putrid after that first game in Miami. I mean, just I don't know what to say about them. And then Texas is back home after a 2-series road trip where, for whatever reason, they can beat everybody else, but they cannot beat Seattle. They are 1-4. They went 1-4 this weekend versus Seattle. I love Eovaldi in the spot. I love the under as well, Mal. If you look at the games back in May, I know they're 2 different teams back then. All 3 of those games stayed under. Like the total run score was 1-7-7, in which the totals were 7, 7.5, and 9. So I think we can get under this number with a comfortable Texas win. I think Texas 3-1, 4-2 is the type of like range that I'm looking at.
Yeah, Warren's last couple of starts have been okay, actually. But I'm not back in the Yankees until Judge is back, for one thing. And until they stop running the bases like they've had 5 pints, like, what's going on there? That's fucking mental, isn't it?
Typical Yankees, man. Typical Yankees.
No way am I an expert, but I'd be doing better than that. And it's not like an isolated incident. Like, this has gone on for years. Nuts. The best bet of the week was Uvalde last week at the Angels at -135. Keeps winning, and it's a fair price again, -150. The unit and a half play we occasionally take here, and that looks like the play for all the reasons you just laid out, Lonte. Next game is 9. No, it isn't. It's 8:40. The Toronto Blue Jays are at the Colorado Rockies. Jose Barrios for the Blue Jays. The Rockies will throw a left-handed pitcher. Kyle Freeland, -190 Toronto, +150 Colorado. Total is up there at 11.5. Now, Barrios has been unspectacular lately, but his usual start should be okay here. And actually, at Coors Field, career 2-0 with the 0.00 ERA. So it hasn't bothered him in the past. That'll do me. It's not a huge sample, but it's good enough. It's certainly not fade-worthy. Freeland's home ERA is 5.98. And he's 4-5, covering a -1.5 handicap. So it's not a massive split, but it's good enough. Colorado can sometimes be competitive against the dog shit teams. Against teams over 500, they are 12-59. I mean, you talked about parlay pieces earlier on, Lonte. You wanted Boston and the Mets. You've got to throw the Blue Jays in. Just again, 12-59. Come on. So, yeah, I'll take the Blue Jays on the run line, mate.
No, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of like Colorado. I didn't pull the trigger, but I kind of like them. I mean, they've been playing. They've been playing really well, man, to their standard. They've been playing. They're 5-5 in their last 10. If you look at if I told you their last 10 home games, what do you think their record is? Just straight up.
Well, it's going to be 7-3 or something now, isn't it?
Damn, that's exactly what it is. 7-3. Exactly, 7-3. And if you look at Freeland, man, he had a decent July. I mean, he had 3 or less in 4 of his 5 starts. He's been solid at home in the last few starts. So I didn't pull the trigger, but I'm like kind of like sliding that way. And Toronto's 4-6 last 10 back-to-back series losses. But I do like the over though. I like the over. Barrios has allowed 6 home runs in his last 4, 5.83 ERA his last 6. You did run off small sample size with the 2 games in Coors, but I think both teams score, man. Both teams are over in 7 of 10. Colorado scored 5+ runs in 6 of the last 10. If Colorado score 5, if they score 5 runs here, this is flying over. So I love the over. And if you gave me some coffee money, Mal, if you just gave me a few pounds, I would bet it on the Rockies.
I'll give you that $3.16.
There we go. I'll take. That's exactly what they deserve. $3.60.
Beautiful. At 9:38, the Tampa Bay Rays are at the LA Angels. Ryan Pepiot for the Rays will take on Jose Soriano of the Angels. Even money, Tampa Bay -125. The Halos total 8.5. Lonte.
Man, I wish it was. I wanted this to be the reverse. I wanted the Halos to get plus money, but I love Soriano in this spot, man. He's got 3 straight quality starts, 2 or less in 4 straight. He's been solid at home. I mean, we see what Tampa's doing. They're kind of just free falling. Pepiot's allowed 4+ in 3 of his last 4. 2 of those games were on the road. I mean, his hit rate sky high, his contact rate sky high. I mean, 9 home runs in his last 6 games. I think the Halos take care of business, man. I like Soriano as a superior pitcher in this matchup. I'm going to take the short price with the Halos at home.
Completely agree, Lonte.
Let's go.
We mentioned Miami's record earlier on being a MLB high. Tampa Bay are exactly the other end, 9-23 since June 27th. That's MLB worst in the last month or thereabouts. Pepiot game log is really, really ugly. A 5.03 July ERA. Tampa Bay have lost his last 5, only scoring 11 over that spell. Soriano pitching well enough. Wins over Seattle and Philadelphia in his last 3. And the Angels actually over 500 at home, so got no issue with any of them. Boxes ticked all over the place for the LA Angels. -125, shot around Might get a little bit of a better price. But yeah, we like the Angels at home. Next up, 9:40 Eastern between the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. It will be Yu Darvish for the Padres. For the Diamondbacks, it is Ryan Nelson. Plus 120. Padres minus 150. Total there is 9.5. How many shows running did I say Darvish is going to come good, but I can't back him? Darvish is going to come good, but I can't back him. And then he came good. We said he was perfectly capable of having a decent second half of the season, but I just needed to see it. And last week we saw it. 7 scoreless with 7 strikeouts at New York Mets. Question now is, can he back it up? Can we see it again from him? And also, we noticed and talked about last week how Ryan Nelson had been going really well. He continued that with a 1 earned run effort at Detroit. He's been absolutely fine. The Padres have the lowest bullpen ERA in MLB. That total is massive. Have you got a total on that? I've given that out as 9.5. Have you got a line on that, Lonte? It's gigantic.
I can find. Let me see if I can find that. I didn't look at the total. I didn't write down the total. I just wrote down the side. Let's see what I got. San Diego. I see 9. 9 minus 1. 9 minus 118.
I'd take an under 80. Yeah. Under.
That's at Bet365.
Okay, on.
Actually, it's 9s everywhere. Bet365, Caesars, DraftKings, FanDuel.
Good enough for me. Love the under.
Yeah, I like the under as well. San Diego's coming. They're coming alive, man. They're 7-3 in the last 10. They finished the homestand with 5-1. You talk about Darvish scoreless. He threw 7 scoreless versus the Mets. He's been up and down overall, but like you said, he's trending in the right direction. That's what you want to see if you're San Diego, because when you get to the postseason, you're gonna want him in those high leverage spots. But I'm not gonna lie, I like Nelson here. I like Arizona. They're 4-3 head to head. Most of those were competitive games. They haven't been good as of late. If you look at so in their last 2 games, they scored 14 runs. In the previous 8 games, they scored 10 combined runs. But I'm going to trust Nelson here to get it done. But I do like the under. I mean, Nelson's 2 or less in 8 of his last 9 games, 1.98 ERA in that span, 4 combined runs in his last 6 at home. I think this is a slam dunk under spot, and I'll take Arizona at home.
Adam's asking if we like the over tonight in the Padres D-backs. Yeah, Sears.
Is that Brandon Pfaadt and Cease?
Sears. JP Sears.
Oh, Sears, over.
Over his debut. That's his first start, right? Brandon Pfaadt does like giving up a home run. I'll tell you, Nick Kurt, not a secret anymore, but he, I think he won Player of the Month today for the ridiculous streak that he's been on. Yeah, he's insane. Pfaadt does struggle to keep it in the yard. So if we're looking for any HRR props, we might be looking at Kurt tonight in that one. Tuesday's penultimate game is the Chicago White Sox at the Seattle Mariners, 9:40 Eastern. Davis Martin taking on Brian Wu. Plus 190 the White Sox, minus 250 Seattle. Lonte, 7.5 the total.
Yeah, I can't lay 250 with Brandon Wu, man. Not right now. He started July really good, but he ended poorly. He had 2 combined runs in his first 2 starts. He has 12 in his last 3. He's not been as sharp at home. Seattle's been having success against Texas, like we talked about. So, I mean, they're 500 in the last 10, but 3 of those wins were against Texas. So, I don't really like the White Sox in this matchup. I mean, Martin's been a bit shaky on the road. His walks are up. He's been like pivoting between 2 and 4 runs in the last 3 months. So, not good, not great, but he's just right in between. Chicago's been playing okay. 6-4 last 10. They won back-to-back series. I might take a shot with him in the first 5, but I don't know if I can get behind him full game. But I'll take a shot with the White Sox first 5. I can't lay $2 with Wu right now. Not right now.
No, you're right. White Sox first 5 is my pick. I got away from it for a couple of weeks. I'm back.
We're back, man. We're back, man.
Dragged me back into the fold. Martin throws the exact same start every 5 days, which is really helpful for us. 5-6 innings, 2 to 4 earned runs. He's got a 3.84 ERA with a 1.26 whip. He's been absolutely fine. But we struggled. 5 earned at the A's last time. His last home start, he gave up 4 earned against Houston. Yeah, I think we have to go with the classic Chicago White Sox first five, Lonte. Completely agree. And the final game on the board is a Cowboy time 10-10 Eastern first pitch between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Lizard King will go for the Cardinals. It is Miles Mikolas taking on Emmett Sheehan. Is his name? Who's Gavin Sheehan? Have I imagined Gavin Sheehan? What does he do? It is Emmett Sheehan. Do you know who Gavin Sheehan is?
I don't. Maybe it's his brother.
Might be. He's either a footballer, someone I've met, bloke in the pub, but there's a Gavin Sheehan, definitely. Anyway, this is not him. This is Emmett Sheehan. $2 favourites, the Dodgers, plus 160 St. Louis. Total is 9.5. I immediately went to a Dodgers team total and then just tried to talk myself out of it. That's where I started. And I couldn't talk myself out of it. It did feel slightly lazy, but then why not? Mikolas has got those mad home road splits. His last couple of starts actually haven't been terrible, but his road ERA is still up at 6. His June and July ERA is near 6 as well. A career 1-4 with a 5.50 ERA at Dodger Stadium. Sheehan's been okay in his last couple of starts, but I'm happy to take him out of it. I just think the Dodgers can rough up Mikolas. Total 9.5. You only need to get to 5. So they'll get to 6, 7 easy. I'll take the Dodgers team total, Lonte.
Completely agree with you. That's exactly what I got wrote down. If you can believe it, though, what do you think the over-under record for the Dodgers is in the last 10 games?
Okay, so now you keep tripping me up with these. It's going to be 8-2 to the under. 10 straight
unders.
Oh, shit, really?
10 straight unders for them.
Okay.
They're 6-4 the last 10. I keep waiting for the Dodgers. I keep waiting for the Dodgers to turn it on and where they go on this, 10, 11 game streak where they're just hitting the ball all over the place. They're pitching better. They're getting their pitchers back healthy, so they're kind of ramping up a little bit more, but they're just not showing it as dominantly as I want to see it. But I mean, you can't argue with 6-4 over the last 10. So I don't really trust Mikolas. I mean, 19 allowed in his last 3 on the road. St. Louis actually took 2 of 3 in a June series at home versus the Dodgers. So maybe a little bit of payback here. Yeah, I love the Dodgers minus 1.5. Love the Dodgers team total over.
Okay. Can you, Lonte, remember who started lock and dog? Because we got thrown out the sequence last week when we went back to back.
Yeah, I did. I went first last time because you went first Monday and then I went first Tuesday.
All right, okay. Right, that piles the pressure on me. My underdog is right back to the top of the show, Pittsburgh at plus 130. Like Pittsburgh at home, don't mind Burrows, can't back the Giants. So plus 130 for the Pirates to beat the Giants. And my lock will be Miami. Seems a bit risky, but I don't know why. I quite like a lot of underdogs. Can I take Texas? Oh, bollocks to it. I'll go chalky. We'll fade the Yankees. Texas, the 1.5 play at minus 150 behind Nate Eovaldi, please, Lonte.
Oh, man, you can get minus 134 right now at FanDuel.
Oh, holy shit. Count me in. Yeah, we're in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go unconventional here. I'm gonna go 2 dogs. One on the lock is gonna be the Mets minus 1.5 plus 110. I mean, I think it's a great spot for the Mets. I think Logan Allen will struggle against this high-powered offense at home and the way they play. I think he ran it down how well they play at home. And it's all in the numbers. I think they'll perform well, especially after a lackluster performance this weekend. So minus 1.5 plus 110 is going to be the lock for me. For the dog, I didn't want to do it, Mal. I really didn't. But give me the Braves plus 125.
Yeah,
I guess Milwaukee.
I like the A's as well. And I like loads of stuff. I like 15 bets every night.
Yeah, I like a lot of stuff too. Yeah. The Pirates,
okay,
you took the Pirates from me.
Yeah. Okay. Team right on the Pirates.
Yeah. Love
home run play. We have the pitcher who was giving up the most home runs in MLB going. And he is going on debut for a new team. Zach Littell will go for the Reds on debut, meaning we're going to take a Chicago Cub to... Am I on the right page? Yeah, there we go. Chicago Cub will be... Oh, you got loads here.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them. That's where I was looking at as well.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I like them all from Tucker, Suzuki, PCA, and Hap. I'll take any of them. I like even like Dansby Swanson right down at the bottom because he hit that home run for me in London 2 years ago and won me about 18 pints on that Saturday night. Let's go with Seiya Suzuki, Lonte, please, for me.
Suzuki, I like that one. I'm trying to figure out who I want to go with. So I'm gonna go to Coors. Vladdy is a little bit too easy, so let's go with George. George Springer's injured. Is he? Well, he should be back. No, he's not. He's not back. Let's go with Ty France. Ty France, I think he's gonna have a big. I think he's gonna have a big game. He hasn't had, monster numbers as of late. Kind of been like up and down. He hasn't hit a home run since Jesus. He hasn't hit a home run in like 2 months. Yeah, so I think he's gonna be due for one. So let's go Ty France. He might hit 2. I'm gonna put something on to hit 2 tomorrow, man.
Oh wow, Lonte's bold tonight. Well, thank you very much, Lonte. The good news is, are we doing this again tomorrow? I think we might be.
Maybe.
When? Yeah.
No, I think D-Rock's back tomorrow. I think D-Rock's back tomorrow.
Oh, well, yeah, I would double check because that's not what my schedule says, Lonte.
Okay, well, if we are, then I'll be back tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I think you are. Right, okay. Thanks, everyone. Nathan and Joe Dollar joined us right at the death as well. Boys, welcome along. Joe will be coming over to the Premier League Gambling Podcast, which starts in round about 90 seconds over on the Premier League Gambling Podcast YouTube channel if you want to get involved in that. Cheers, Lonte. Good luck with all your bets tonight. And we will see you down the road. Cheers.